Greetings, fellow Earth inhabitants. I want to share some tidbits about the Tubus XT's design process that you may not realize. When we set out to create this beast, we were obviously shooting to supplant the Tubus LT. The first part was easy. Leverage the same 6-layer summing circuit Chris designed for the Tubus Plus that gave us such improved results over the original. Remember, to make a product less expensive, we don't cheap out on sound quality, we just reduce the feature count. So the summing quality is identical to the Tubus Plus, and so are the LEDs. What? You're thinking, who gives a photon about LEDs? But LED indicators will save your couscous when you're troubleshooting. And here's the real issue. Most LED indicators are in the circuit path, and you can actually hear them. We build a mult sending a copy of the signal to the LEDs and thereby insulating your audio 100%. That's an expense. Speaking of LEDs, we sweat the details, like the intensity of the LEDs, so they provide useful feedback without igniting your retinas. I actually own certain pieces of gear from manufacturers that shall remain unnamed, where I've painted nail polish over the LEDs to tame them. Visually, I wanted these units to line up, so when people added an XT to their Tubus Plus, they would instantly know their way around and not have to waste any time learning a new layout. Another detail are expansion inputs. This really makes it an 18-channel summing mixer. We don't advertise it like that because we'd like you to have the flexibility to extend your system. These inputs don't just work with our gear, they work with anybody's. Why? Because you might be Todd Whitelock, spot miking select players from an 80-piece orchestra through an old school console and dropping that into the Tubus XT's external inputs. Regarding the color circuits, we always implement true hardwire bypass switches. Why? Because we are not arrogant enough to think that our color choices should be yours and on all the time. We want you to create and capture every iota of your imagination and then color that as you choose. When bypassed, these are completely out of the circuit to allow you honest A/B comparisons. That's why our summing consoles are the only ones utilized in every genre of music today. And at last count, Spotify had siloed all of us into 6,000 different styles, including Escape Room and Dream Plug. I need to explore those. Look, all these details are expensive, and smarter companies with bean counters skip them because they'll bank more profits and are counting on you not to notice. A great example of this, our X-Former circuit. Once we had developed it for the Tubus Plus, we could have recycled it in the Convert AD Plus and the Tubus XT. But where's the spirit of innovation in that? This was an opportunity to create 2 more different colors. And if you own those 3 units, now you have 3 separate types of transformers and a total of 7 original analog color circuits. Badass, right? Look, we build the gear we want to use. That's why when you stare at the ass end of our equipment, left is on the left and right is on the right, just in case whoever's connecting it might be inspiring their creativity through a little bit of use of some exotic botanicals. We also place the power on the right and the audio on the left. Keep your church and state separate.
Hey, let's keep religion and politics off the video.
Well, what about water and oil? Or bleach and ammonia?